What is soul retrieval and what does it actually mean in the spiritual community? Soul retrieval is a process in which we reclaim ourselves back after losing ourself and our soul. This usually happens when you, as a soul, may have encountered a traumatic experience, hardship, loss in life, or simply feeling disconnected to your purpose in life. And this experience almost breaks your soul into parts, into fragments, leaving you in a position and a time and place where you feel as if you have lost yourself, lost your soul, you are not fully operating in your authentic self, and almost you don't know yourself anymore. Or it may feel like you have lost your mojo in your daily life. And soul retrieval is the process of returning, reclaiming back to ourselves and healing these fragmented parts of ourselves. This can be experienced through many difficult life situations we experience in our life, such as a death of a loved one, a shattering heartbreak, a deep betrayal, relationship abuse, and or multitudes of these experiences at the same time, God forbid. This doesn't only happen through the worst of experiences. This can also gradually happen due to living a life aimlessly for too long, even to the point we fully lost touch to who we are as a person and as a soul in this body. And we forget our plans, our goals, our missions that we once had for ourselves. The toughest experiences usually happen unexpectedly, almost in a swift manner. These experiences causes deep hurt and pain that reaches and affects our soul in a profound way. These hardships and experiences causes our soul to become fragmented, and in our healing from these experiences, we deal with these soul fragments. And the process of it is bringing it back together, making it whole once more. Taking ourselves back to who we are and who we remembered ourselves to be before this experience occurred, whatever may that experience be to you. Many times during this process of healing, we are not acting as our normal self. Sometimes we are acting out in however methods or ways we tend to do so. This is part of the healing process because it was a painful experience or an ongoing one. We can witness these acts within ourselves if we are operating with a sense of awareness, but we can also see this happening in others close to us without their awareness. To better understand this, you can imagine a flower vase which unexpectedly drops and breaks into fragments on the ground just from one small, simple motion. Usually it's unassuming and unbelievable that the incident happened, and it happened quickly with no time to save it. But once it's broken, it's not easy or something to think you can repair in a quick manner. Most people would just throw it out and not repair it at all. To think to put back the shattered pieces together will be a time-consuming, challenging task. Which is why, during a soul retrieval process, it can take a tremendous amount of time to rebuild and to put back the pieces, the fragments of ourselves back together until we feel we are fully whole and ourselves again after the experience, or after a period of aimless and mindless existence. When we are in the process of healing our fragmented self, we tend to operate not in our normal behaviors because our soul is dealing with this disconnection within ourselves. And during this process, it can manifest and show up differently for different individuals. This can manifest in our daily lives as we go on about our lives because time in life doesn't stop just because something happened to us, just because we are not feeling like our usual self. Life continues on beyond those pain points. A few different ways this can manifest and be a clear sign that one is experiencing a soul fragment and may need to retrieve their own soul. One way is depression and fatigue after doing just simple daily life tasks or activities in a prolonged period. That disconnect can show up as depression. Another way is signs of difficulty adjusting into daily life, especially after a traumatic event or experience did occur. Some may struggle to get back on the horse, so to speak. Unhealthy coping mechanisms and self-neglect is another way it can manifest through many means, such as excessive drinking, excessive gambling, an excessive nightlife, or participating in the hookup culture in excess, to name a few. That list can go on. You can insert any other coping mechanisms that you can think of. Another way is a hyper detachment and not fully present in our environments. This can manifest from being in bad environments or toxic workplaces for too long of periods of time without taking proper actions aligned with our true passions or goals of life. This leads to the mindless living. If you know you are healing from a bad experience, a bad event in your life, and this feels like what you are experiencing, understand that it takes time. So allow yourself that time to process, to enter the many phases you need to in order to heal and to recover yourself and your soul back. Without judgment of self, without worry of what others may think, only with grace and compassion towards oneself. During this healing phase, many times you must retreat with yourself and take the time to yourself and spend genuine quality time, one-on-one, with yourself. This process will take you back to the relationship with self. And usually, you have to get reacquainted with yourself and get to know yourself on a deep level once again after such experiences. Because now you have to know who you are now, who you are today, who you want to be after that experience. Knowing what you know now and what that experience has taught you, no matter how bad it may have been, you are still here with the chance to know yourself today, to know yourself once more. And I guarantee the person you are today, the person you are becoming, is far and vastly greater than the person who had experienced such events, such experiences. Know that what we go through and what we survive through is the character we are building. So ask yourself, what kind of individual, what kind of character do you want to be? Thanks for listening and receiving this message. Please take what you need and let go of the rest. If you have enjoyed this content and it resonates, please support in any way you can. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in working with me as a life coach, or if you need more information about my coaching services and specialties, I'd be happy to give you more information. Please email me. My email is down below, and I wish for all to find what they're seeking.